This is the driver's side of the 2016 Winnebago Forza. We see on this side the super slide that goes kitchen and bedroom. You have your underfloor storage, easy access all the way through. You can slide things, long things all the way through if you need to. Water heater access. This is heater for access for your refrigerator and the ice maker hookup. Wheels have been covered and taken care of. They're new Michelin radials. The outside. That is 37 feet 8 inches. We move around the back. We have rear engine, 340 horsepower, Cummins IL6 small block diesel. Over here we have the king bed slide in the bedroom and the living room slide. Here we have the outdoor, locks up at an outdoor television. It's tied into the entire system. New LG 32-inch flat screen TV. Stays nice and dry in there. Keeps it in good shape. Here we have the front entry at the passenger seat. We have awning on this side, automatic, wind controlled closure if it gets windy. A awning over the door, fully functioning, manually controlled. And we have the front entry steps that come out and go in no matter what. The passenger seat has a pull-out. And then it opens up for reading and or using a iPad or whatever. I'll open that in a minute once I'm inside. It's easier. Fully reclining front bucket, armrests, the floor closes up in transit and you can recline this seat. Place for your literature, your iPad, whatever you've got. A bit of a shade if you need it. There's also one on the window for blackout. You have in the front. Ample storage for all of your electronics and goodies. A power plug in there for plugging anything in that needs power. Extra storage here, same. More storage over here. As you can see, we kept some maps and stuff in there. My vehicle registration, insurance stuff makes it available. Nice, easy to access little spotlight so you can check on things, read a map, whatever you need to look at. This is your standard, what you'll find in all of the modern coaches now. You have the fully adjustable front power seat with tilt steering wheel, cruise control, air conditioning. All your leveling is all automatic. You hit one button right there and it will retract everything, and then when you want to level it, you hit the little button that says auto and it deploys all your jacks and levels the coach on its own. It does have to be running when you're doing that. Has an upgraded new sound system with backup cameras and DVD, Bluetooth phone, the whole schmear. Other controls there for your generator and also for the switching your air horn back and forth to a regular horn. And it is full gauges, so you can keep track of everything. Plus it does have an electronic computer system that monitors all your systems, and you have a little screen right there in the middle of the dash that gives you information. Like, I'll demonstrate that. Sorry. Such as like this. Comes on, it shows you what's needed. Bright liner, tells you what's up. You start your machine. All your warning lights and things go out. It runs through a checklist before you would move your vehicle about having all your slides in, everything, a full checklist before you would move. Also gives you all of the information. There's your checklist as you go down. Secure your slide, windows, everything. Let me go over here. Hadn't been started for a minute, so there's the batteries jumped up charging. Shows you now it's charging at 13.25 volts, which is normal. Oil pressure is normal. Dual air gauges for dual tanks, left and right. Fuel gauge, temperature. So you can manually monitor, plus it tells you everything by controlling from this little switch right here over here. That's your fingertips. You can control everything that you would like to monitor on the little screen. Tells you things like your idle time for the day, instant fuel, etc. When you're going down the road, tells you how many miles a gallon you're getting, total engine hours, idle trip time, how much turbo pressure you're creating, 32,000 miles, just right on the nose. Instant fuel, all of that. Gives you all that information. It also gives you any other kind of warnings, like it said there, low battery until the charging kicked in. That gives you an idea there. So now we go. It has a, if you go to your left here, it has a night shade right there. And if you can deploy that, as you can see, or you can put it back up. You can put it down a certain percentage during travel, but it doesn't want to block your view, so it only goes a little way. When the coach is shut down, you put it all the way down. Gives you privacy right at your fingertips. So here, as we go back in the coach, inside the passenger side slide here, you have the couch that's a pull-out bed. That's been a little more than a, it's not quite a, they call it a queen, but it's an RV queen. The settee folds down and makes into a full bed, which could sleep 2 juniors, but maybe 1 adult. Have a place to put up some pin-up stuff if you'd like, calendars and whatnot. You have storage right above all of this, so you can have other goods, food, other clothing, towels, other things you might want to store, all in here. You have underneath these seats, you have storage underneath, and they come out like so. So you have underneath storage for bigger things, pots, pans, roasters, whatever. Both sides do the same. As such, nice. You have ducted heat from underneath, and it all comes to the floor level. There's heats the front of the coach there. You have on your kitchen side, we'll start on the driver's side here. So you have your entertainment center. which is set at an angle here so that it's not bugging the driver, but it's accessible to everyone sitting in the coach. So you can have this chair does turn around and you can watch TV from it. The front passenger seat, and it's also a recliner. You have your sound bar, a fireplace, which is fun. It's electric. It does heat the coach quite well. If you're in moderate climate, it might be all the heat you ever need when you're out and about. Runs on a remote control. Looks like this right here, such as this. That's for your sound bar. And this does the television, and this does your fireplace here. You power it up as such, and you have all your controls right here. You can go by temperature and have a temperature setting if you'd like. You can control it by, you control the height of the flame if you want, whether it's brighter or not, how it shows you. You can set a timer for how long you'd like it to run and shut off. And here you have a background light that you can turn on. You have to be plugged into shore power to do that. I don't have that on right now. So as you move back, you have a recliner that is movable. It's tied down right now so that during transit it doesn't move around, but it can move anywhere in this area to watch television or engage in a conversation. The kitchen starts at this point. You have cabinets here for all your dishes and plates and everything, which we've removed. We clean the coach out every year. Everything comes out and goes back together. We do have these little tiny binders, and we put them around the latches just so they don't ever pop open. They never have, but the previous owner told me he put them in because he was afraid they might come open. You have your dual sinks with covered Corian countertop, dual stainless steel sinks. Sink 1 and sink 2 is right here. And you have, whoops, a little bit dirty. This is a new upgraded stainless steel water spout. It's actually for a regular kitchen. It's much better, high quality than what you get for an RV. The other one was, the hose was having a problem, so I replaced it with a brand new upgraded kitchen faucet. You have your Whirlpool, 3-way convection oven, baking oven, and microwave oven. This has been replaced. It's brand new. The other one had a door latch issue, so I put a brand new one in so that it latches better. Under here you have your 3-burner stove. You pop these pieces out and you have a 3-burner gas, LP gas stove. Just slide right in like that, and they lock down with that. Keeps them in place during transit. You have your actual tile backsplash, so you can clean it well, and it protects everything and handles the heat and cleaning daily stuff you do in a kitchen. Here you have your control center. In your control center, you have at the top, you have your slide controls for the 2 front slides, left and right, passenger and driver side. You have controls for your engine heater, and your water heater can both be controlled on and off here. Here's your master control for your temperature, whether it be air conditioning or heat. That controls the front unit in the coach. And then you have your, these are all your level tests here. So you can turn your water heater on here. You can test your levels here. Do that, and it tells you you have black water's empty, gray water's empty, fresh water's got some fresh water in it, and LP gas is full, and the batteries are fully charged. So that gives you an update real quick if you want to see what's going on with your coach. Down here is your controls over your inverter and charging systems and how that all works. Good instructions with it, too much to do in a video. This is the control for your generator. So you have a 5,000 watt generator that runs the entire coach. You can be completely remote that way. And you can fire it from here or that front switch that I showed you in the front. Here's your controls for your light center. That controls your front light, your mid coach light. This is the kitchen and cooking area. You have your overhead fan here, and you have the accent lights that are over on the wall between the kitchen and the living room. The accent fan you can turn off manually from here, as well as turn it on and off from here. That allows you to leave the setting the same there and just turn it on and off. Again, you have to open the vent if you want it to do get some air in for you. You hit it to like fan on, turn the fan on, and so hang on, turn the fan off. Okay, you have to have both the batteries and the machine turned on. Right now I don't have the coach power chassis battery turned on. To the rear you have your master bedroom with a 42-inch flat screen TV, a wardrobe here with shelving, his and her drawers for all your clothing and socks and underwear and all that stuff. You have your escape window and get some extra light into this back bedroom. Here you have your control for your rear AC. So you can shut the door, control the AC, put on some air in the rear, and not have it in the front, or vice versa, whichever you prefer. Here's your light control for the overhead lighting. You have in the back, you have a storage unit here with shelving, or they can be taken out and used as an additional closet. There is a rod. Here you have the sliding doors for your full wardrobe, which sets up over the engine compartment here. And you have a full 5.5 feet at least of closet space there. Stays very nice and clean and dry in there, which is great for your stuff. You had some overhead storage over the bed. This is a king size air bed. So by air bed, it means it has an insert in the mattress that is controlled by air. So you can set the level of soft or hardness you prefer, and it is controllable on both sides. So if you prefer soft and she prefers warm or harder, you can turn her side up, air it up more, let some out of this side, whatever. Like I said, you have all your storage above the bed here, extra bedding, pillows, anything else you might need there. It is a little rare to have the king size. It's a little bit bigger. Makes the room look a little smaller because it's a big bed, but I'm 6'3" and I need more bed, so that's how it works. You have your sliding door here that controls your access here to the rear, and you can latch it back during transit, or you can pull it out and you can latch it for privacy once you're settled where you're going. Into the bathroom, you have a hook here, and you have the standard RV flush toilet, which is also brand new. I replaced that. The medicine cabinets with ample room for quite a bit of stuff. Storage for toilet paper and various other things that you might need in your coach on travels. It does have a handheld wash rinser, a full-size shower. When I say full-size, I'm 6'3". I shower. You can't do jumping jacks, but you can certainly take a shower. It works very well for that. You have skylights, so you get a little bit of natural light in here. It's a fiberglass unit, and it holds up very, very well. The door does latch magnetically and has a way to latch it then when you're in transit, so you can lock it so it doesn't pop open. Overhead fan, take those nasty odors out. We get rid of that. So now we go, this is an option in this model. You can have a washer and dryer in this space, and this one was chosen to be for the pantry. So for your kitchen, this allows you to have all your boxes of cereal, canned goods, all those extra things in the kitchen that take up quite a bit of space. We found we needed this space all the time. Almost always you can find some place to do your laundry, but you can't hardly find a place to put your stuff in an RV. So that seems to make a difference. Here you have a full-size kitchen unit, stainless steel Whirlpool, top freezer, bottom fridge, holds more than the one I have in the house. Nice ice maker, works really well, produces tons of ice. Same thing here. It does have the rack you can put in front of your, say, canned sodas and different things, so they don't want to slide out and move to the door when you're in transit. That really helps, that kind of thing. All your storage underneath for your silverware and whatnot for your kitchen. Towels, mittens, all that stuff can all go in these. Under here you have a little spice rack, but you take the spice rack out and that gives you access for everything underneath the sink, like the drains, the hookups for your faucet, all of that business, which really is helpful. We use this for our trash can. That kind of gives you the tour. This is your flooring. It's a very durable, very durable. I mean, we've had our puppies in it before. The previous owners had a small dog. Did really well with this stuff. They are replaceable by each tile from the factory. They have them. You can order them. Your air conditioning here. That kind of completes the tour. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm not very good at this, so thank you.